Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Tell me, Dohalim, has that skill of yours got a name?
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
You know, when you're talking to people around town. The way they suddenly become putty in your hands.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll have people wrapped around your finger in no time.
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it! How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Now you've got me curious. Is there special training to master?
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh, and it helps to be old-fashioned, too. Bonus points if you speak in a way no one can understand.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping them along.
Hey! What's got into Alvin and Law all of a sudden? I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something they ate?
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
Yes! Yes!
Balseph had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he might have had something he wanted to protect.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them, too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
What?
Ganabelt was so horrible to people, yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about. Until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed. The effects of Lenegis' transformation appear to be less pronounced here. Or, viewed another way, this area was simply luckier.
Pardon me.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right, too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
All those had houses. Hiding. Trouble. I know.
Ridiculous. Okay. Ah!
Seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganeth Haros changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders, carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right. It's the same reason Balsif hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you. Because we're threats to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all of this?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the Lords were all people, too. Balsif and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible, I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals, just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Rinwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Danon doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Shion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust. As a fellow human being above all else.
Gotta be.
There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, in which case the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the...
Yeah, that makes...
So, who was it then?
Hanfried Milgras, the former lord of Cyslodia, if memory serves.
So then this Hanfried whatchamacallit...
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually...
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's never...
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the sovereign that...
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegis from the motherland.
And that never...
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies.
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelegion, it didn't look like... But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they?
You and me both. Though we are Renan by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed.
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone...
No use standing around here chatting about it.
God, it's... Should be getting out.
Doe?
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that I was...
But why are you here? Wait, don't... Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill...
Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and live... But let me tell you, I haven't changed either.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage. You're just a cap!
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
Technically. Extra. Well, I mean, just killing people. Was a lord. Man, all these corners, I think, test there's not any test here. Tofu. And in the out over here.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Yeah. It must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the...
You think? Man.
It is something.
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, Avakir, Faria.
Tarnagan. He was the one that Faria mentioned.
He was once my dearest, closest friend. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous entranced by her playing. I helped her overcome her sense. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love.
A friendship based on mutual respect. And
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnagan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Tarnagan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait. Don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved. and by her friend's hand, no less. She would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Dahnans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right. Alphen.
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
Yeah. Not really. Like that's cool that we can do. Only need about 70K. Like haven't hit the goal yet.
Did we really just spend that much money?
Fancy. Uh-oh.
Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this tastes!
But he gets a win. Up team. Better be a fight, cause I'm like 90.
Damn it! Lenegis soldiers!
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Ho! I am Lord Dohalim of Elder Menancia. I command you.
Threats to the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they got one.
Fucked up. I don't know who you think I am.
Can't get out of this! It's almost too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest.
What's that ass?
It's all mine. Take it. Take this. Hold nothing back.
Alright.
That's my cue!
Shut him down. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno. Feel my Flaming thrust! Burn in hell! Tear you apart! You're mine! I'll smash you!
Get in there.
Be still! Eat this! Wham! Do it! Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Damn it!
Shouldn't have messed with me!
Shine! Radiant light! Regeneration! Regenerate! It's over! Don't suffer the light!
I'll crush you!
Aw, you done fucked up now.
Tenebrous Claw! Anything in armor is all mine! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Those soldiers seem different from the...
Yeah, they weren't big top.
They weren't in the least bit fake.
Indeed. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few friends...
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back...
I've never seen anything like that.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list.
Well, I like the fact that I finally get to fight somebody. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How do I get to that fight? What's up, guys? Level 42?
No choice. Lightning thrust!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
I can carve through armor!
That'll bring you down!
Here I come!
These ones can run
In a
crimson
bomb
on.
You're finished! Be still!
Eat this!
Tornado drive! Wind!
Burn! Annihilation!
Searing gale! Here I come! Lightning thrust!
take it?
Rising phoenix!
Leave your smell to me.
Severing wind! It's time!
One more! Mega ray!
The earth throbs.
Everybody on fire.
Not today! First strike!
Allow me to No further.
Talon hurricane!
Not in your dreams!
Denied! I'm ready! Dazzle! Lunar Rondo! Rising phoenix! Lightning thrust! Take this!
Who wants to die next?
Breath of
Let
life.
the
Hear my
marksman
weary
handle this.
companion.
Tear you apart!
Radiant,
I'm
here!
on.
That'll bring you down!
Take this! I'm ready! Step back! This one's all law!
Dark Main 7. There we go. That's how I get it. I fight that one. Oh, did I just go back in a circle?
Gotta break through! Eat this! Ignite! Inferno! Soaring blast! You're mine! Tornado drive! No escape!
I think I'll pass on the handshake.
Here I come! No escape! I'm not done! I'll smash you! Take this! Everlasting darkness! Wind! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! I'll grind you into dust! Crumble!
Flare tornado!
Take this!
Down on the ground.
No escape!
Ready!
Super solo dead!
Far enough!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Hurricane! Burn! All finished you here and now!
Lunar corruption!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it! This one's all mine! I'm just getting started! Easter! Eagle assault! Lightning thrust! Stardust! Ripping tear!
Reload!
Eagle assault!
Radiant!
Lightning
This
thrust!
one's mine!
Now you see what I can do!
Where are you going?
No further.
Crumble! Take that sword! Captivity!
Mega ray!
Big blast!
Annihilation! Mega ray!
These fists have got your name on them! Eat this!
Flashing light.
Heal!
Lightning
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike! Now I'm in the groove! Here I go!
Illuminate the dark! Holy land! A chain between heaven and earth! Here, let me a wailing
Anything in armor is all mine!
Denied! Into the fray!
That's enough! I can carve through armor! Seismic rupture! Burning
A chain between heaven and earth! Spread! A wailing banshee of lightning!
Shine!
Divine savior! Illuminate the dark! Come forth!
Now I'm in trouble!
Holy land!
Can't get out of this!
I'll heal you all! A chain between heaven and earth! Healing circle! A wailing banshee of divine!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this! I'll tear you
Flame inside me! Yours to be let free!
Negative
Another incantation
Do
ruined.
it!
Xion, astral energy! Full throttle!
That took more energy than I expected.
Discourteous, aren't you?
I see one, eh?
You picked the wrong fight! Ready and ready! Super swallow!
Another incantation ruined.
Take down their defenses!
Engaging!
Here I come!
Here's a healing
Down on the ground! I can carve through armor!
Nothing
gets by me!
The enemy wields arc too.
We'll
You see what
about
happened there
that.
as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done that! It's on! Take this!
Here's evil! Evil flame lancer!
Burn it all! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike! You're mine! Down on the ground!
Ark is always powering up. Always. Like his open limit, like 4 hits.
Here's evil!
Armor won't save you!
Freeze lancer!
First strike! Talon hurricane! Down on the ground!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Radiant pierce!
I'm on it! Can't get out of this! Here I come! Be still! Down on the ground! Eat this! I'm not done! Elusive
Bloody
deity!
corruption!
Rotating pile driver!
Does it hurt?
Eat this! Here I come!
Not in your dreams!
Elusive deity!
Radiant pierce!
Do it! Did it! This one's all mine! Down on the ground! Luna Rondo! Mirage! You're mine! Strike!
Nice while it lasted.
Annihilation!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Here's evil! Freeze lancer!
Do it now! Air pressure! Light burst forth!
Nobody was hitting him for a second.
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
Oh hell yeah, there's all kinds of forces here.
Discourteous, aren't you?
I could run this a few times.
Not today!
Here's a healing arc!
Does it hurt? Does it hurt? Is it too late to talk over our differences?
Rotating pile driver! Rising Phoenix! Begin! In a bind? You're mine!
Annihilation!
Rising Phoenix!
Ready! That'll bring you down!
Swallow blade! Strike!
Burning strike!
Now armor won't save you! No escape! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Elusive deity! Eagle ray! Lay inside me! Yours to be let free!
Freeze lancer!
Prepare to be seized! Can't get out of this! Take this!
Here's evil!
Totally! In an instant! Impact cross! I can feel my power!
And all kinds of. I should be able to
Power growing!
run this. As I don't hit the boss. Take rest.
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on...
I won't forgive you!
Already pissing off love.
As if the normal crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Now I'm in the groove!
Leave the chargers to
Here
me!
I go!
No dog shall break this night!
Holy Land! A chain between heaven and earth!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Blah, blah, blah! I'm all stopped Holy Land! I'll heal you all! Blah, blah, blah! Holy Land!
Being interrupted.
Lightning orb!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Radiant
Right
spear!
on it! Watch this! Take this! Down on the ground!
Ready!
Soaring blast! Can't get out of this!
I'll heal you all!
I can carve through armor!
Here, let me help!
Not today!
First aid!
Down on the ground!
Lightning!
I'll
Downfall!
grind you into dust!
Annihilation! Divine! Illuminate the sun! Come forth! Holy quiver! Holy land! A chain between heaven and earth!
Watch it!
A wailing banshee of lightning!
Negative gate!
Divine savior!
They burn! On a wall now!
Healing circle!
Nothing gets by! I'll crush you!
I watched that happen.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'll tear you up! Anything in armor is all mine!
Gemini Aqua!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Gemini Aqua!
Soaring blast! You picked the wrong fight!
Lightning!
Eat this!
Downfall!
Down on the
Holy
ground!
land! Lunar corruption! Lightning orb! Gemini Aqua!
Hurricane!
I'm ready!
Can't get out of this!
Lightning Where are you going?
Off my tongue! Can you take it?
Magna Ray! A chain between heaven and earth! Water! A wailing banshee of lightning!
Now I'm real mad!
Celestial mirror! Into the shadows! Flawless flight!
Heal! What?
Here I go! Celestial mirror!
Pieces! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon shout! I'll finish you
Illuminate
here
the
and
dark!
now!
Come forth!
Do
it! Alvin! Astral energy!
Say no more. We won.
Yeah, they didn't really have a chance.
Gotta break through! Radiant light! Take it! Force of regeneration!
Here goes!
I can carve through armor! No! Don't suffer in silence!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall!
I'm ready!
Elusive
Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy quiver! Holy land! Lightning orb! Illuminate! Magic is hand! Celestial mirror! First aid!
No further!
That'll bring you down! Illuminate the dark!
Resonate with the
Come
earth!
forth! Holy
No
glory!
light! I won't give
Holy
in!
land!
On your
Holy-
This one's all mine! Stalagmite! You see what happened there as you crossed...
Divine
Shouldn't have done
savior!
that.
Sweet dreams! Here! Lightning! That's what the doctor...
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it!
I'll heal Lightning orb!
Felt fine not too long ago.
I'm sorry to trouble.
You do the same for me. Flame roar!
You picked the wrong fight. Armor won't save you.
Gemini Aqua! Illuminate
I'm
the
ready.
dark! Come forth! Holy Glimmer! Holy Land! Here, let me help. First aid!
Now I'm real mad. No further.
Let the marksman handle this. Radiant? I never miss. This is it. Illuminate the dark. Come forth. Holy Glimmer. Holy Land. A chain between heaven and earth. A wailing Banshee of lightning. Glacial spear. Divine evil.
Dance on the wind. This one's mine.
Do it.
Penumbra.
Divine.
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Glacial spear.
Come again. Glimmer Dragon. That freaking does it.
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Ready and rare. Take it.
Alright, it's been a while.
Inferno Punch! Resonate with the earth! Another incantation ruined! No further! Now you see what I can do!
Here goes! Mega Ray!
I'll finish you! Do it!
Mega Ray!
All yours, Kisara! Talon Hurricane!
Glacial spear! Talon Hurricane! I can't heal you forever! I'll pull myself together.
Burn! Dragon Swarm! Vacuum Blade! Take this! Shockwave Flash! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Beckon! My turn! Dragon Swarm! Negative! Being interrupted! Vacuum Blade!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Not on my watch! Freeze laser! Anything in armor is all mine!
Shockwave Flash! Inferno Punch!
Resonate with the earth!
Do it!
The last ray! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! First strike! Take this!
Lunar corruption!
Dragon Tear you apart!
Gemini Aqua!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
I won't forgive you!
In a bind, yours to be let free. Eat this! Wide open! Won't escape
They
me!
really don't give up, do they?
Dragon Swarm!
Lost my focus. You see what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Dragon Swarm!
Watch this. I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw. Blow them away!
Here, let me help.
Oh shit.
Take that! Eat this! I never miss!
Dragon form!
Ready to go!
Inferno punch!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Lightning!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! We're not finished! You're mine! Hang on,
That is
Dragon
fun.
form!
Reload!
Shockwave
I'm all
flash!
stuffed
Blow
up!
away!
Mega ray!
Vacuum blade! Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Excited! Got it!
Dragon form!
Dash! I'll finish you here and now!
Back down on the ground!
Tectonic
Dragon
Spear!
form!
Do
Here's
it!
the Evo!
Law!
Take!
Blow them away!
There's always room for improvement.
Yes. That's a healing spot and next area. If I can at least walk up. Mark this spot? I went through. Did be able to farm that a couple times.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Alright. sold this pinnacle. Fuck.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Oh. Iron Man. Rest. Kill. Or points him. I will be right back. Cat. Alright. Any of these give me more money? Ick. Combat point. Backup T. What the fuck is T? Tiny?
Easy peasy. I knew.
I mean, that's like the.
Hoodle, no, that's.
Never thought I'd see you fighting Hoodle over food.
Yeah, but this is a fancy.
Is it really?
Please don't bring.
It's always nice to eat
We get to have it all.
But isn't that parfait gonna cost you?
That's all the more reason for me to enjoy.
Everybody.
At times such as these,
Yeah,
Dohalim's right. If someone's trying...
Yep.
I don't get.
Alright. And this shit again.
retreat if you know what's good for you.
That frickin' does it!
You're down on the ground. You're This will not serve you well here.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
A chain between heaven and earth. To me! A wailing banshee of lightning! Divine savior! Lightning orb!
I'll tear you apart!
Where are you going?
Take this! Now you see what I can. I'm just getting started! I'm on it! Elusive seed! Prepare for seed! This one's mine! Burn!
Spread! Glacial spear! Illuminate the third lancer! Come forth! Holy land! This is it!
Dance on the wind! Burn in hell!
Illuminate the
Raising you
top!
up
That's out of ammo!
Bloody hell!
Here goes! One more!
Stalagmite!
Lightning orb! One last one!
Rip and tear!
Lightning orb!
Eagle of
Here goes! Here! One last one! Annihilate lightning! Blah blah blah! Magic! Holy land! Blah blah blah! Here's the evil! Destroy savior! Lightning orb!
Okay.
Seems about right to me.
No
Alright,
choice!
I'm ready.
A scream.
Rending you apart!
No further.
Illuminate the dark! Where are you going? Holy quiver! Ow!
I'll smash you!
Can you take it?
I'll heal you all! Illuminate the dark!
Sorry.
You do the same for me.
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it!
Here, let me help. Thanks so much!
Inferno burn in hell!
Glacial spear! Here's the evil! A chain between us, sir! Live in your dreams! Lightning rocker! Here I go! Holy land! Blah, blah, blah!
Everlasting shock.
Divine savior! Damn it! Blah, blah, blah! Divine savior!
Arts are being interrupted.
Rolling snap!
I'll grind you with a shot.
I'll finish! I can carve through armor!
Illuminate the dark!
I'll tear you apart! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Primed and ready! Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy quiver! Holy land! Lightning orb! A chain between heaven and earth! A wailing banshee of lightning! Divine savior!
Why this? Now I'm real mad!
Holy land! One more! Take that! Bullseye!
Roll now! I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Lunar corruption!
I'll finish you here and now!
Take
this!
Annihilation!
Armor won't save you!
Magna ray! Where are you going? Ready!
I'll tear you apart!
Illuminate and reload! Not in your dreams! Lunar lightning! Blah, blah, blah! Holy land! A chain between heaven and earth. You get the gist. Will this help?
Dragon shout!
Divine savior! Lightning orb! Here's another. One last one. Blah, blah, blah. Holy land! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Lightning! Downfall! Here goes! Go get it!
Breath of life.
Lightning
Smash you!
It's on!
Here's illuminate the dark! Cut forth! Holy land! Lunar corruption! Here's the chain between heaven and earth! A wailing divine!
Force of regen!
Demon's descent!
Flashing fang! Step back! This one's all law! No backing down! No further!
No one gets by me!
Holy land!
Eat this! Between blade and fist! I'm ready!
Holy land!
Hey! Blow them away!
A chain between heaven and earth!
In the groove!
A wailing beat lightning!
The earth
Divine savior! This one's mine!
In a bind?
Lunar corruption!
I'll smash you!
Do it! Don't...
Light burst forth!
Radiant denizens! Not in your dreams!
Right!
Illuminate the dark!
Begin!
Come forth!
Illuminate
Holy glimmer!
deity!
Holy land!
I'm ready! Flame inside!
Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant denizens! Lightning! Downfall!
Eat this! Talon Hurricane! I'm ready!
Holy land!
Penumbra!
Here's
Eagle
the
Assault!
I need to be stronger.
What's this? But let's go to the next level.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Dahnan. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for. Let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you.
And I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris.
Yeah.
She really does look like Shion.
That's all very well and fine, but what?
It was a conversation we had 3...
You mean all of that really happened?
But how is that even possible? Unless...
No.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danan astral energy rushing.
I felt it too. And not for the first time.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral, for all we know. Perhaps we're close to...
So you think it might have been the energy itself?
We have no way of knowing.
Shion.
Yeah. So that was my ancestor, huh?
Yeah, there certainly is a
What about you?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision... reliving painful episodes...
I can't just pretend. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was...
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. I'd like to liberate them too, if I can. Which is just...
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Not that I'm complaining.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
It was kind of hard to see.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
Okay.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
What? I've never known Faria to control noodles like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master core?
What the...
Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handled the Zoogles, then we get some answers.
Didn't work!
Eat dirt!
I can carve through walls to be seen!
Holy Land!
I'll finish you down on the ground! Can't get out of this!
Ready! Holy Land! Ow! I'm sorry.
I couldn't...
Oh.
Get in time.
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
That's a catapult! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Illuminate the dark! Come forward! Holy Land!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Good! I'll leave it to you!
Here!
Talon hurricane!
Eagle Fly!
What's this?
Annihilation! Lightning!
Take
Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy Glimmer! Holy Land!
I can handle it! No
Lightning Orb!
break this night!
Not on my watch!
Time to seal denied!
Here's a hero!
Tornado guard!
Aid!
Dance on the wind!
Holy Land!
Down on my
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Now you see what I can do!
Burn!
Glacier Spear! Here's the evil! Freeze Lancer!
Now I'm in the groove!
Let the monster handle this!
The natural defenses are fading.
I'm a sitting duck!
Retreat from this battle!
Retreat? I would never!
Down! Your arm!
Scream! They
A
take
new
this!
lease on life!
Bloody
No
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Art sealed! A freedom between heaven and Alpin! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Resonate with the earth!
Illuminate the dark!
Eat
Come
dirt!
forth, holy glimmer!
I can handle it.
Holy land!
Hurricane strike!
Hey? Not in your dreams!
Now you see what I can do! Stalagmite!
Here
Demon
goes!
Fang!
It's about to strike!
There are
Look sharp, everyone!
shield and
Demon Fang!
Just what the doctor ordered!
Double Demon Fang!
Alright!
Slice!
Rotating pile driver!
I'll heal you all! I never miss! Close one! Illuminate the dark!
Here, let me help.
Come forth! Holy glimmer! Holy land!
I won't give up.
Fuck. It casted
Stay
it.
away from my friend!
Ah, so wasted that.
Sonic thrust! Hurt!
I can't lose.
Illuminate the dark!
Demon
Come
Fang!
forth! Holy land!
Guardian field!
Lightning orb! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
Benediction light.
Better!
Nothing gets by me.
No further!
Here goes!
Burn in hell!
That's much better.
Illuminate the dark!
Take this!
Holy
The
land!
enemy's reeling!
Complacency is the root of carelessness.
Point taken. Stay sharp, everyone.
Magic! Holy land!
Benediction light.
Illuminate the dark! Close one!
All right, let me
Better!
Sonic thrust!
Illuminate the dark!
It's in the
attack!
Right, watch out!
Here, let me help. Lunar corruption! Sorry.
Stay away from my friend!
get by me.
Now you see what I can do.
No further!
Raining slash!
Still got some fight left in me.
Sorry.
You do the same for me.
Dragon fire!
On your knees.
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
Was all mine! Not today! Vacuum blade!
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
Now it's just her!
Faria! Can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Dohalim!
Forgive me.
Punched her right in the gut. That's fucked up.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Fuck her.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case,
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnagan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones, if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almeidria. As for Tarnagin, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already past, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion.
Huh?
Thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right?
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
But like, which way's the right way?
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
She got sucked up by the
That
astral
power
energy.
flowing into her. It reminds me of Shionne's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
There you go.
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shionne's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally.
That vision we saw. It was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, The strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent.
Was weird.
Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's. I have to be ready to face anything. But whatever happens.
Shit, this gonna be the end of the game?
I just need a little time first.
Yeah. I'm not ready yet, bro. Hold on. That didn't- Save this